From a distance, Jose and Cindy Padilla look like any other kids, laughing and playing in the sunshine. But take a closer look at this brother and sister, and the resemblance to any other kids ends. Jose looks at you with a piercing stare, but not by choice. The skin on his face is pulled so tight, his eyelids are turning inside out. He can't close his eyes. He even sleeps with his eyes open. Cindy's eyes are starting to look the same way, but she's a couple years younger, so her case isn't as bad yet.
Hamburguesa y papas fritas. I don't think she knows what a happy meal is.
The skin around their mouths is so tight, Jose and Cindy can't chew properly. The skin on their hands so bad, they can't grip large things, though they can handle a few fries. These kids suffer from ichthyosis, a hereditary disease that strikes just 4 people out of every million. At first, they look like burn victims, but Jose and Cindy don't lack skin. They have too much. It forms in so many clumps, it looks like they have scales. That's where the disease gets its name, from the scientific word for fish.
It hurts sometimes.
But worse than the pain is the itching, practically everywhere, almost all the time. And scratching doesn't make it better. In fact, it makes things worse.
He said that it itches and that it sometimes breaks open and he has sores on his skin.
This is very typical of lamellar ichthyosis with the large squares of skin that are flaking off. That's just the way the skin units develop when they don't stick to each other well.
Their dermatologist was shocked the first time the kids came to his office. He can treat the infections.
And it's not nearly as oozy and infected as it was.
And the crusty skin.
The reason they crack is that it gets so hard around the edges there.
But he can only hope his efforts cure the emotional scars they brought from home.
People see him as dirty, and that some people are afraid of him.
In Honduras, they're outcasts. They're poked fun of, but they play with each other. They become very, very attached to each other because they've needed to have that kind of support.
That's why Jose and Cindy are inseparable. They never fight, and they share everything. Give something to one and not the other, and they'll simply break it in half. And they're amazingly well-adjusted considering their situation.
He's pretty much accepts it as a fact of life. That's the way it has to be.
But it's a good thing they have each other. When they first arrive, Cindy either plays with Jose or keeps to herself.
It's not this cold in Honduras.
But the weather isn't the only change that takes getting used to. Cindy is 12, Jose is 14, but they arrive the height and weight of kids just 8 and 10 years old. Part of the reason they look so bad is the lack of proper care in Honduras. They live in an adobe brick house with no running water or electricity. It's a far cry from the Jennison house they now call home.
I remember them turning the faucets on and saying, "Why doesn't the water stop? Where does it keep coming from?" Because they have to go get their water in buckets.
But it doesn't take running water to amaze them. Jose and Cindy spend hours swinging on the swings and slipping down slides because they'd never seen playground equipment before. They had never seen snow either, so when it finally fell, they built the first of many snowmen. They met Santa Claus for the first time, too. They were afraid at first, but they knew exactly what to do.
When they asked what they wanted for Christmas, they wanted normal skin like his.
When Jose and Cindy Padilla first came to West Michigan, things didn't look good. They flew in from Honduras so they could get treated for their skin disease. The kids have ichthyosis, a disorder in which their skin cells don't connect and don't shed. The hereditary disease strikes just 4 out of every million people, and it's taking a toll on Jose. The skin around his eyes was so tight he couldn't close them even when he slept. Cindy's condition was almost as bad.
So what do you have here?
Dermatologists and plastic surgeons were shocked by how bad the children looked, and the doctor who was supposed to build Jose new eyelids didn't have anything to work with.
The first visit was not hopeful. I mean, he looked at him and said, "There's not one clear square inch of skin on these kids. I can use him for a graft." Okay, let's get by your eye here a minute.
Until a doctor found a special cream. It's supposed to clear up acne, but it also worked wonders on ichthyosis.
I'm going to put some cream up here, Jose, okay? Oh, that's looking so much better.
Host mom Jeannie Sprinsma spends at least half an hour coating the kids' faces, feet, and legs almost every night.
Much better. no comparison. Even they're just amazed. They look at the mirror and say, "Mas mejor. You know, I'm so much better. Look at me."
Hey, Guy. Good to see you again. All right. Oh, let me see your eye. Oh, it's looking so good.
Their dermatologist couldn't believe the change.
And Cindy, look at, he's getting just smooth as a baby's butt.
After just a few weeks, Cindy discovered dimples she never knew she had.
He won't let me touch it.
But all's not well. Jose's head remains infected, and there's only so much cream, so much of their bodies go untreated.
Incredible how much better they're doing over the last 6 weeks, but still a ways to go.
Second floor.
But it worked well enough to clear patches of skin so a doctor could build Jose those eyelids.
I will be there when you wake up, okay?
It took 2 separate procedures, 3 hours each.
Hi. How did he do?
Jose did very well.
Did he? Good.
Both went smoothly.
Check-a-lucky. That's Jose's favorite word for when it's all done. Check-a-lucky. But he's pretty sleepy. Okay? But Dr. Reifler said everything went good. What? Yeah.
And what a difference 3 months makes. This is Cindy in December. Here she is in February. This is Jose in December. Here he is in February. His eyelids are still healing from surgery. The kids are thrilled with the change.
Me siento más mejor.
She feels happier and better about her skin because she knows it's getting better.
Muy beautiful. Muy beautiful.
But the change isn't just physical. Cindy, who once found it hard to open up, now rattles off her favorite pastimes.
Me gusta la ciudad, la comida, jugar en la nieve.
Once she adjusted to being here, she's probably the more social person of the two of them now. She's happy all the time, shows her emotions.
And Jose picked up a fair amount of English. Asked how it feels to finally close his eyes, he answers fast.
I like it.
Jose and Cindy head back to Honduras soon to show off their new skin. By all accounts, their trip to West Michigan was a success. They'll take with them clothes and toys, 2 cases of cream, a pair of eyelids, and some very fond memories.
Thank you very much.